Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is one among the most requested video from the channel. You're asking me about the scope of cultural studies, its future prospects. And so to answer all your questions, today I have with me Dr. Uma Bhrugubanda. She is a faculty member at Cultural Studies Department at EFLU Hyderabad. And she did her MA MPhil from University of Hyderabad. And then her MA in Social Cultural Anthropology from Columbia University, and also completed her PhD in the same from Columbia University. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Nisha. Nice to be on your YouTube channel.
And she is one of my favorite teachers as well. Okay, so to begin with our Q&A session, I posted on my Instagram and on my Facebook and everywhere if people have questions, and these are the questions that I accumulated. But most of the questions were questions that were already in my mind when I wanted to join culture studies. These were the questions that I were suffering from for over 2 months. And then finally, not that I got all my answers, but I thought, let's start the journey and we'll have our answers on the way. So starting from the first question, I think we need to discuss cultural studies as an academic field. Because of its very nature, it is so interdisciplinary and meta-disciplinary that people don't really understand it. So if you could please elaborate on cultural studies as an academic field.
Many people do not call it a discipline because it's not a discipline in the old style, the traditional disciplines like history, political science, sociology, because it is a field. It's more like a field of study in the sense that today we have a number of newer fields of study like women's studies, media studies, film studies. Many of these are sort of interrelated and contiguous fields. So similarly, cultural studies is not so much a discipline of the older kind because it emerged out of some of the challenges and questions that the older disciplines were not able to answer, they were not able to address. So it is a kind of a field of study that locates itself um, between the humanities and the social sciences.
Okay, so when we talk about cultural studies as an academic field, not as a discipline, it is still evolving in India. When I was searching for cultural studies, when I was introduced to this to the field, I was searching for all the universities and colleges that offer masters in cultural studies, and there were just a few. For example, there was Tejpur University, there was Assam Women's University, there was Christ University, and then EFLU, of course. But all these universities too started their master's program only a few years ago, just a decade ago or some years ago. So if someone wants to take their do their masters in cultural studies, what are its scope in India?
Like you said, there are very few departments that are exclusively devoted to cultural studies. EFLU, where I teach, that is one of the departments. But there are many which have many English departments which include cultural studies as a major component in their programs. So, for example, University of Hyderabad, I think JNU, Punjab University. Punjab University actually, I think, calls itself now English and Cultural Studies Department. So many places, even though in the name of the degree that you get or in the name of the department, Cultural Studies is not there, but it's very much part of the program. And in some places like in TIS Bombay, the Tata Institute of Social Sciences Bombay, there is a media and cultural studies department, and I think they have an MA, called. So it is there in many places. So those who, an MA in cultures, for example, many have gone on to do research, doctoral research abroad in universities in Australia, New Zealand, UK, and USA. So they have gone, some have gone to English department, some have gone to film studies, some have gone to anthropology. So that is one track, right? The other is many have also gone to do PhDs in India, in different places, in different universities, and are now also teaching in English departments, in media studies departments. So many have got jobs. So it is like, it's not like you will not get a job. The other thing is that after the master's program, those who did not go for further research, but many have gone into the media. Many are working in publishing, in the publishing field. Many are working in media now because of online media also. There are so many more opportunities. Some have gone to work in NGOs. So I think they are doing very well, and they're doing very interesting work. Yeah.
When I was all searching for culture studies and everything, I mailed many professors of culture studies and people who are involved into culture studies. And there was one ma'am who said that if you want college job, you should stick to MA English. But if you want to go into research and these interesting fields, MA in culture studies should be your way. There are a few people who ask me the question that they want to become a professor. And for that, they need to take a UGC NET. For that, if they go into specialization, will it affect their NET preparation? Because sticking to a conventional MA English course is better because you study the things that you need to study for NET as well. But if you do specialization, will it be helpful in NET preparation?
See, one we need to think is, why do we want the NET? We want the NET so that it will help us. One, if you want the JRF, right? The NET, the UGC NET thing is also for JRF, isn't it? So if you want a JRF, that means you want to do further research, isn't it? For that, it is better to acquaint yourself with the newer emerging fields of study. Because see, in terms of research, you can't do research on something that everybody else has done before. You need something new, right? So for that, you need to be acquainted with new fields. The other way of thinking about the NET exam is that for one, couple of years ago, now cultural studies has been made one of the units, that you need to study in preparation for the NET exam. So that is one thing. The other thing is that for the NET exam, it's like every other sort of competitive exam. You need to, you don't need to do your whole MA just to do the NET. You need to just spend 2 months, looking at what are the old questions, what is the syllabus, and do a focused preparation. So I think you should not do an MA thinking, will it help me for the NET? The NET is one small part of your MA and your search for a job. So that requires specialized preparation, which you can study. I think if you sit, and with a focus thing for 2 or 3 months, you can easily, crack the NET. So I don't think you should think about which MA should I do so that I do my NET well. I don't think that should be the approach.
Also, you talked about how many of the students who do their masters in culture studies tend to do their research in foreign universities. I was also thinking about how in Indian academia, there is no much facility for people to do the research. I think in India, there is no much scope for R&D, research and development programs. And that's why, and the academia doesn't offer much positive reinforcement to people who go for research.
See, only a part of the people who do, their MA here go abroad for research. It's not that everybody goes. See, anyway, if say 20 people do MA, only maybe 10 might consider going for further research. And among those, even among those, there might be, say, 4 or 5 who may go or apply abroad, and among those, maybe 2 or 3 will get. So I wouldn't say that, everybody is, and many do their research, like I would say that there are places, I mean, IFLU is a good place to do a PhD, because the history of this place, when it was CFIL, it was a purely postgraduate institution. Even the MA actually came only in the 2000s. Before that, it was all a purely research institute. So in that sense, research is one of our, it is a unique program. PhD in cultural studies is not there in many places. So, and then there are many good universities where with good faculty members, and now some private universities are coming up. The IITs are a good places where the departments of humanities and social sciences, many of our students who do MA here go into the different IITs to do PhDs. So I think it is not that there is not, and many also get, some get the Rajiv Gandhi Fellowship, some get the Maulana Azad, the fellowship, some get JRF. So there are also, so one has to, try, I mean, as you go up into higher, education and into the research field, definitely it will take little more effort on your part, and there'll be fewer places. Because it is also, one should be sure it is a long-term program, right? Getting into research. And if you want to get a PhD, you better be sure you want to stay in the academics. So I wouldn't say that there are, of course, the opportunities and the resources in foreign universities are much better, I would agree. But now with the internet and many things are becoming available to us, so I wouldn't discourage people. I think there are many good places in India as well. You shouldn't, think that there are no opportunities.
Basically, people think that if you are doing your MA in anything, you become a professor. That is the only way out, either research or professor. But in most of the degrees, research is not that feasible. So they think MA करने के बाद net निकालो and then PhD करो और फिर professorship. That's the only way out. But then in cultural studies, research is...
No, like I said, many after the masters, they go into media, they go into publishing. Some otherwise work in different things. Now there's a great demand for copywriters in different fields, right? So many go into that, but then they come back after a year or two. They get some practical experience outside the outside world, and then come back into research again. So I think it is okay. There are different pathways for people. So it is not one straight line. You can think of doing different things.
I also heard from a few people that after doing cultural studies, there are these business firms that employ researchers for their research. So consumer studies and everything that basically helps them in their in their business. So people employ researchers for these research works. So I think if you do cultural studies, you are already talking about mass media and all these things. So it can also be a good prospect.
Yeah, I think, these are emerging kind of opportunities. I must say that I do not know much about them. I've only heard about them a little. But yes, there are many new possibilities. See, one of the things I think it does is that, literature departments, even literature departments, no longer just study the classical literary texts, right? They have also started looking at, literature, when the discipline of literature emerged, the printed word, the printed book was the dominant thing. But today that is not the case. The world we live in fact, books do do occupy the printed newspaper, the printed book. They do have their place, but more and more people are consuming things online, whether it is films or whether it is shows or news. So everything you consume, you do it through your laptop or mobile, or so that is why in literature departments also slowly people started looking at film. They started studying television. They started looking at popular literature like detective fiction or comics for children, children's literature. So that field has expanded. And what cultural studies does is that it incorporates all these new emerging audio visual communication technologies, and it also, so that means it looks at new objects of study, right? So the internet can become an object of study, advertising can become an object of study, but at the same time it is also interested in new social cultural movements and the new ways in which new identities are created by these movements. So you can say that cultural studies is interested in the intersection of culture and politics, culture and history, right? So new forms of identities and subjectivities, and how are these being shaped in our contemporary world? So looking at the present, looking at the contemporary society, contemporary culture, what is culture? All these are the questions cultural studies is interested in.
Okay, ma'am. These were all the questions that I had to ask you. Thank you so much for joining in. And to people who are watching this, cultural studies is something that requires you to think out of the box. And if you are one among the people who don't like to limit yourself in the box, go on, explore. And cultural studies is the field you need to enter in. And I'm so happy that I did. I made the decision to actually take a turn and not do MA in English literature, but culture studies. I had my own 2 months of these questions and doubts, but I'm grateful to myself that I made the decision. And and if you're watching this, please think about it, think about cultural studies. And if you get into EFLU, you'll have such great teachers to study from and to have as your mentors. So thank you so much for joining in, ma'am.
Thank you, Nisha. And thank you for all your generous words about the department and me. I hope I don't disappoint you by the end of the course. But it's nice. It's nice to have you in class, and I'm glad to have this conversation with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.